Okay. You'll have to excuse my voice. I have a cold, apparently. My throat kind of hurts. So this, is the main screen of, PHPMyAdmin, which is a MySQL database management system. It's supposed to, be used to administrate, databases through the web, so you don't have to have, access to it via the server itself. This is the main front page you'll see when you first log in. You can change the language if you're more comfortable with a different one, and the theme. This is actually slightly different than what you will actually see, unless you run a VPS like I do. I just logged in as root, so you probably shouldn't do that. So here's what we see when we go into a database. You'll see all the tables it has on it, along with how big and size the tables are. This is only 15 kilobytes. It's a tiny little one. Funny, because it's a very basic script. This is for the Silver Lotus directory. And then you'll have links that allow you to look at what is actually in these tables. Pretty basic. You'll also have links to see other things. Unless you're absolutely sure of what you're doing, don't drop or empty, because that's non-recoverable. You can't reverse that. Let's look at one of the bigger ones. This is for colors. It's really long, isn't it? Yeah. You'll notice that this one has a number over here. What this is called overhead. And what it is all information that the table or the database is no longer using. Like if you changed tables around, made new posts, altered posts, stuff like that. And you'll have a new link down here called Check Tables Having Overhead. That will select all the tables that have overhead information, and with that you can click this and that, and it just optimized all those. And now we're clean. This is a really big database, holy crap. And basically it keeps your databases running really quickly, because it's not sifting through all the information that it's no longer using. This is the second most important one over here, and you can select all the tables that you want to export. This is how you export and take backups of it. Most of this can be left default, but make sure this little button right here is checked, and then check that. I don't know why that doesn't stay on my server. It should. On the host that I've been on, if once you check that, it stays. And you can format this using strf time, which changes these little variables into a timestamp. You can zip it, gzip, and bzip, but I generally don't do that. I just take a copy and see the variables directly into a timestamp, so we know where and when, or when that copy was taken. If you get the import tab, you'll notice that PHPMyAdmin has size restrictions on it. So if you have a database that's bigger than that you want imported, you can send it to your host. You can upload it to your files and tell your host what the file name is called, and they will import it for you via the command line. So if you've got an SQL, it's a lot easier for server administrators to upload that for you if you've got it in an SQL file. And these have no prefix, but oftentimes your MySQL databases and tables, or your MySQL databases will have a prefix. Usually it's based on your login for the FTP, which is File Transfer Protocol. Sorry. So when you input that, you have to remember that that prefix is there and put that in too, otherwise it won't work. Mine don't have prefixes because I'm root and I didn't set it up that way. I probably should have. So there's a basic guide on how to managing your database. It's very, very basic. The more you play with it, the more you'll learn, I'm sure. But this is just to give you a base to springboard off, I suppose. And that's pretty much that. So this is just made for my server tenants. One lucky one is getting really lucky on Monday, and will probably have never seen this before. So this is for them. And see you next time.